Hi, welcome to Cocoy.ai, where our mission is to elevate and learn with creative people so that we can lead and change the world for the better. I'm glad you're here. Today, I have an update of my latest iteration of my fairy tale, loosely based off of my life. Things that I have improved and are still not perfect. AI still has a long way to go before it understands what a roller skate looks like, in which direction, how many wheels are in it, two front, two back on quad skates, and inline is 4 in a row. But it is getting much better with the character consistency. I have used a very long process for getting to the right characters. Let's get into my process. For character consistency, what you have to do is think about who you are going to create. You have to write out that description, thinking about how old is this person, what are they wearing, kind of hairstyle do they have, where are they from, and write that all out. This will be your first draft. I then use a custom GPT, which is called Consistent Character GPT, fast and high quality. This is all in OpenAI in their ChatGPT interface. I'll link to it in my description. Follow the prompts until you get to the character that you like. This is my Mason character. As you can see, I was able to produce a bunch of different prompts in the same general style, and that's great. I think that as you keep going, the consistency gets a little wonky. Ask it to remember what the character looks like, and because you have already written out that description, you can take that description and retell that conversation what you want to see, and then it'll create another image and you can keep going. Once you get about 8 to 10 different poses and expressions that are of a consistent character, there's a special trick you can do. I take what I created in OpenAI and I bring it into Midjourney. In Midjourney, I take those individual elements and I put them into a preferred option set, upload them into Discord. This creates a group of links that you can use. You do /preferred and then the option will pop up, and then you select value and copy each of those different images in the character set into that prompt, followed by your description of the character, and then press enter. In this case, I've named it Mason, and Mason now pulls up. When you're imagining something in Midjourney, you now have the -- Mason, which will bring up the preferred character set, and then you can describe how you want that character to be. How about speed skating? Okay, and then this is the results of that speed skating. And it keeps pretty good consistency with the images that you bring in. It's not perfect. Midjourney has an even harder time creating roller skates, even if you keep prompting it roller skates. Over many months of prompting it roller skates, it still gives you, I'm not sure what to call it. It does a really decent job of keeping that character, at least their face and some of their clothing items, pretty consistent. In my case, I'm creating a book, and the book has a bunch of characters. After you create that one character, you have to go back and create all of the other characters within the book. So I've gone through and I've created all of the main characters with their own descriptions. I like to use Midjourney to create the backgrounds, mainly because it's very good at adhering to a ratio of the size of screen that you need for the background. So if you're doing a square-shaped book, you have a 2:1 ratio because it's two squares next to each other. So you can do -AR space 2:1, and that'll give you a 2:1 ratio. However, if you're going to use that same background throughout your world building of your book, you may want to expand and pan, as I've done in my previous videos, in order to give a more full world. And then you can use pieces of that same image as the background for your storybook. And then you can have consistent places that your characters can go throughout the book. After you've created all of these backgrounds, it's time to assemble your story. My favorite thing to use right now is Canva because of the versatility and the different abilities that you have in Canva to do practically anything. Here you can see different character sheets and sets. I can take that sheet and take out the background right in Canva. It's pretty good at taking out the background. And then you can keep those as individual characters to use throughout your book. Why I like to prompt the characters separate from the background is having it separate from the background allows you to move it within the scene. I do a lot of this even on my phone. So if there's ever any downtime, I can be still working on my phone, and it has a very good set of tools, very similar to the ones on the desktop. I've noticed some difference in the animation from the desktop to the mobile, but you can still take out all of the backgrounds and from the characters and place them on the backgrounds inside of Canva. You can even remove different items. Like here you can see this kind of a weird figure in this area, and you can just wipe it out and then boom, it's gone. I can do that on my phone. I can do it on the desktop. What Canva does for me is give me the freedom and flexibility to work where I am. After you've created your scenes, you are able to have these characters interact with each other. The next step, at least for me, was to take all of my characters in my book and create my own custom GPT, complete with each of the character descriptions inside of the custom instructions that I have for the GPT in order for them to know each of the characters. And then I've uploaded character sheets titled with each of the characters' names into the knowledge base so that my custom GPT knows who I'm talking about. And in theory, you can prompt an image that has multiple characters in your book, and they come out. Sometimes good, sometimes questionable. It's best at creating images with one character. It's very good at creating images with one character. If you ask it for more than 3 characters in one image, it definitely has a hard time. Same goes for Midjourney. If you prompt 2 preferred character sets, it just mixes them together. As you can see, where I wanted a picture of Mason and Maxine hugging each other, and it just squished them together in this amazing way. Like, I see both of them inside of these 4 characters, but not in anything that I can use for my book. So just be aware the AI might do some very creative off-the-wall things with whatever you prompt it. My tip is to not get frustrated and keep going. I will say that OpenAI, once you are really getting into the character, you will quickly run out of tokens, or it has a lot of errors and isn't able to complete the image as needed. So don't get frustrated. I'd say take a break, go grab a coffee, come back. If it's run out of tokens a little bit over an hour later, and keep going from there. Or one of my other tricks is to use a different AI tool. So once OpenAI is not working, I'll try it, do something else with Midjourney. I think this is a good workflow. Sometimes I'm so excited to see these characters come to life, I barely move. I just keep going. I'm so close to getting the character to look a certain way and do this action that I wanted to do. And it's been in my head for so long that I just want it to work that I'll keep trying. And I think the tip is to just don't get frustrated, take a break, come back. And so with that, I want to read to you where I am with this book. I think the caveat is the characters are not completely consistent. It went from a 3D look to a flat 2D art, and sometimes it does more stylistically modern flat 2D art versus something that's a little more reflective of a mid-century illustration style. I love seeing the characters come to life, especially since most of my characters are on roller skates in this book. I really enjoy this tangible animation part, and I hope that you like it as well. Once upon a time, in a color-splashed place, lived Empress Magenta with a smile on her face. Her purple hair flowed as she twirled on her skates. In a world full of colors, she'd create and relate. Day and night, a focused, energetic mom, wife, and leader. Creativity on wheels, problem-solving, friendly speeder. She lived in a glass house, modern and quite neat, with smooth path gardens and gadgets. What a treat! With her husband and kiddos, a princess and a prince so dear, sharing love, wonder, and exploring with cheer. One sunny morning, while they skated around, the prince took a tumble right to the ground. Why, dear mommy, do you insist we persist? With a look of concern, Magenta replied with a gentle assist. Have faith, it'll be okay. Sit and listen a while. And proceeded to tell a tale of wondery, bravery, and style. She spoke of her youth, watching her parents create toy boxes and catalogs into the night till it was late. The magic of making she came to adore and dreamed of designing more and more. She told of her grandparents, so wise and so true, teaching her from their stories the learning stuck like glue. From Papa she would learn as crochet masterpieces were brought to life as old dreams had new leases. Follow your heart, Papa would say. Craft your dreams, come night or day. Yaya told tales of courage, doing right over wrong, of building friendships and making bonds that were strong. From flipping pancakes in morning's glow to a fancy hotel with a big chef show. He shared his love for the food on the screen. His journey showed Magenta dreams aren't lean. She told of her work, vast creative sea. Magenta used designs to set ideas free. Empathize, define, then ideate with glee. Prototype, test, then iterate. In a loop, she'd decree. Work is where Magenta's leadership won praise, embracing growth through every wondrous phase. Design's not just looks, it's a bridge, she'd declare, solving hard problems that all get to share. But why roller skating? Being on wheels is so hard. After you master it, you'll let down your guard. Twist, twist, and glide, Magenta's dance does delight. In shoes, I would squeak, but skates? Oh, just right. It's not just about skating fast or slow, but learning and growing. Go with the flow. Like solving super subjects, together we stride. With ups and downs, it's a terrific ride. Her words were like sparkles in morning's first light. The prince and the princess felt their heart's delight. With a giggle they stood, laced up once more, ready to skate, explore, and soar. They skated and stumbled, laughed and learned. With every twirl, life joys they earned. Life's a big skate, rolling through day and night, with love, laughs, and learnings shining bright. I hope you enjoyed a preview of this book, and you can see how far the potential of AI is in a creative workflow. I hope you'll join us next time where I show a little bit of more of my practice and how I have put together this book. Till next time, I'm Tiffany, and this is Cocoy AI.